Hello, everybody. Today is Thursday, September 4th, 2025. Just had to think there, make sure I had my day of the week right there. I hope everybody's doing well. We are back for another episode of Bricks and Beyond, a creator showcase series. For those of you that may be joining for the very first time, Bricks and Beyond is a showcase series that highlights members of the LEGO community. Each episode will give you a personalized look into the person behind the account. Today's guest is joining me from the state of Illinois. He is an AFOL, a fan of all things Harry Potter and superheroes. And I don't toss this out there often, but probably one of the nicest people I have ever met. So kudos to him for that. On Instagram, you will see him as Crypto Bricks or Crypto_Bricks. But I'm here to introduce you to him as Kevin. Get Kevin on here. There he is.
Hey,
The one and
good
only.
evening.
How are you?
Well, that was nice. Nice that you called me the nicest person you've ever met. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, and I'm not going to lie. You did not pay me off in any sort of fashion there. That was genuine from the heart. But we got to meet at Brick World. And that was a nice opportunity to get to meet, a whole bunch of different people. But yeah, I definitely would say you stuck out as a very kind and genuine person. So
Thank you.
For sure.
You too. You and everyone that was in your group walking around. You guys just like welcomed anybody who walked up as just part of the AFOLs, part of the group, and it makes a big difference at an event like that when it's very overwhelming to just kind of show up.
Yep. No, I agree. That's what we strive for, and that's what I think everybody should strive for, just community. I mean, we're all here for the same thing. So none of us is better than anybody else, regardless of who you are, or what you do. So it's just nice to be able to share, common interests that we have, and actually I was thinking about Brick World is we get to see the faces and we get to kind of see the people, but actually interacting in person was definitely one of the best parts. So
for sure.
But thank you for taking some time out of your week to stop by tonight. Glad to have you here. How's your week been so far?
It's good. It's a holiday week, especially with a Monday off. It's always a little easier to chew, knowing it's only 4 days. And then with all the Lego news and Lego releases coming up, there's just a lot to look forward to. So it's exciting.
This has been one of those months, a lot of staggered releases this month. And as I mentioned, which we'll get into this later, but I'm just curious. So you are obviously in the Harry Potter Lego world, as we can tell by a few things behind you. What's your rundown on our September 1st release with the Hogsmeade Village?
So I will get it at some point, because I have Diagon Alley and I have Gringotts and I have the Icons, Hedwig set. And so I don't have the Hogwarts Express. So there's a few of the like collector's edition Harry Potters that I don't get, but like the true minifig scale stuff is my favorite. So I will get it. I think it looks really good. It's just way overpriced.
Yeah,
like everyone has said.
Even
I think Diagon Alley was on sale this week for, I don't know what it ended up being. It was like $380.
Yeah, so I think $380. Yep.
So it's cheaper. Yep. You could get a set with 2,000 more pieces this week. That's better.
Was that double points? Was that double points too?
I don't think so. I think it was just the insider sale. But
yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I'm more of the minifigure scale, which is kind of what's hard for me, because I want a Hogwarts castle in minifigure scale, but I want it to be the 18 plus, which if you do that, I mean, we're talking about probably $1,000 set Harry Potter set there. I wouldn't be surprised. So, I mean, we see what got released today in the Star Wars realm. That's $1,000. So I can only imagine how much UCS Hogwarts castle.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they could do it in. If they just did it all in one go, it would be over 1,000 for sure.
Oh yeah.
But it'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, I know like $1,000. That's a lot of money. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's like a mortgage payment to some car
Hmm.
payments. Well, should hopefully that's not a car payment. That's a lot of money for a car payment, but um, multiple car payments. But I mean, I guess if you like don't buy a lot throughout the year or you save your points up, then I guess it helps justify a purchase at that
Hmm.
cost a little bit more. But really, though, when we're sitting here talking about $1,000 Lego sets, like we're definitely living in a different world. So,
Yeah, yeah, and that's before sales tax and everything. Like,
which, yeah, people forget about that too.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so what's going on this weekend for you? Anything exciting?
No, nothing this weekend.
Okay.
August was busy travel month and everything, so September we're just kind of getting back into the routine. My son started soccer, so I think he's
Oh,
got
nice.
soccer games on Saturday mornings,
Okay.
but that's about it.
All right. Well, speaking of sports, are you a football fan at all? Either college or pro?
Um, Not really much anymore. If
Okay.
anything, I never watched college football. I did like the NFL, and I'm a Bears fan, just being from
Yeah.
growing up
Okay.
in Chicago.
Yep.
But I know they're the one team in their division who's bad. You've got like the Packers, Lions, and Vikings were like some of the best teams last year, and then the Bears just on the bottom.
Yeah. Well, I mean, could always be worse. Could be the Cowboys. So
Oh, you are a Cowboys
I
fan?
am a Cowboys
You're
fan.
not a Steelers fan?
I'm not. No, so it's funny because up your way, my dad's from Milwaukee.
Okay.
So he grew up a Packers fan, and he's been living here in Pittsburgh for, oh gosh, 40 years now. So um and one of the things that really bothered me is like he'll wear something Green Bay and he'll get tortured like none other. And like Green Bay and Pittsburgh really have nothing to do with
No.
each other, not even the same conference, not the same division. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of history, but I just never understood like why people hassled him. And there's a few times I was with him when I was younger, and it really bothered me. And I was just like, you know what? If this is how these fans are going to be, I want to cheer for that team. So
Yeah.
then I picked the Cowboys the year they won the Super Bowl in '95, and they've sucked ever since. So
But
yeah,
they get a lot of love from
they do.
Sports Center and
Yeah,
everything. Everyone's
they
always
do.
talking about them. So
Yeah, I was to say, isn't it funny how and this kind of even relates into Lego. It's like the stuff that so the sports teams that might not be relevant as far as championships recently, but are big names get
mhm.
talked about a lot. Now we have big Star Wars sets that get announced and nobody likes it. It's really expensive, but what are we all talking about?
Right. Any
So
media is good media, right?
I
Press.
guess, yeah, I guess that's how we can look at it. But all right. Well, so obviously we're in the Lego realm here. Have some Lego things to chat about at some point. But before we do that, let's take a little deep dive into who you are so we can get some interesting insight into what you do and who you are. So, as I mentioned, you are in the state of Illinois. So, born and raised or moved or an implant, I guess you can say.
No, I grew up in Chicago suburbs
Okay.
and then went to college down here in more central Illinois. And met my wife at Bradley University. That's where
Okay.
we went. So that's in central Illinois. And then we actually, after college, we moved to Atlanta, Georgia for a
Oh,
few years because she was
okay.
going to, like post grad school down there. So got to experience another state, another city for a little over 3 years, and
Okay.
then we came back here where all her family's from
Nice.
because we were having a baby, and you need in laws and everything nearby, and it
Yeah,
makes a big difference. So we've been here ever since.
that it does. Now, were you in the Lego realm at that point where you could go visit Atlanta Brick Company, or was that prior to your
No, it's very sore subject now, knowing knowing everything that was there. Like I think we were like 5 minutes from the mall with the Lego
Oh, wow.
store, and
Okay.
then yeah, Atlanta BrickCon's pretty far from where we were. It's like south of the city.
Oh, okay.
But it would have been cool to go to. And then I mean, there's bricks and minifigs there now. It probably wasn't there at the time, but I worked with a guy down there who had a younger son, and he was really his son was really into Lego,
Okay.
and so I liked it, but I didn't really buy it or anything. So we would like talk about it, and sometimes he would just like bring me his son's old stuff that he didn't want anymore, like the superhero minifigs that
Oh, nice. Okay.
he was just like, well, he doesn't want these. I know you're really into superheroes, so here you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, that's the type of friends you want to have. It's not
Yeah.
brings you free Lego.
Right. Yeah, and I didn't
Um,
even then it was just so casual about it, just like, "Oh, that's cool." But,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
now I would be thrilled if someone
Well,
gave me that
you
stuff.
still have to keep it cool, but inside you can,
Yeah.
yes. All right. So where you live now, how far are you actually from Chicago?
It was like 2 hours.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So,
like, when I went to Brick World, it was like 2 hours flat
okay.
to get there.
That's not, well, I guess that's like in brick world terms, that's not really something you'd want to drive to and from every day to save money on a hotel,
No,
but
no.
I
I've
mean, it
got
certainly would be
family,
nice.
like, my family's still up there too, so the first year I went, I stayed with my brother who was, like,
Okay.
30 minutes away. But then this last year, I was like, I need to do the full experience
Yeah, yeah.
and stay in the hotel and everything, and it's worth it. I know it's expensive, but it's totally worth it.
It's a mini vacation. It's a
Yeah,
package, it all comes together. So,
right.
all right. So, where you are living now, if you were having somebody coming to visit you, any special places that you would be wanting to take them to, or any sort of landmarks, anything like that?
Not really. We're like a college town. I mean, we're it's we're pretty decently sized. Like it's I think combined like 150,000 people.
Okay.
So it's and like this is where State Farm's headquarters is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I don't know if you know the Rivian electric vehicles. They have like the trucks
I've
and
seen them. Yeah.
the new like Amazon Prime vehicles. So they're all made here.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
so
Okay.
it's a decent size, but we're just very much like a college, like working class town.
Yeah.
And so,
Okay.
but
Well,
we're located central, like to so many big cities, like pretty
yeah.
much 2 to 3 hours away. You can get to Chicago, St. Louis, like Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. So those would probably be more so the attractions is let's go to one of the big cities.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's nice to be central to all those. I've never been to St. Louis. That's bucket list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Chicago, it's been a long time. I'm sure that's probably changed. Do you get to head up to the city often, or not really have particular interest?
Yeah. Like when we're going to go do something or go see a show, it's almost always in Chicago.
Okay.
Like
All
we
right.
saw Harry Potter and the Cursed Child
How was that?
the live last year. That was so cool. Like the effects they did for the magic and
Okay.
it was it's like a sequel like 20 years after the last book. And
Okay.
yeah, that was totally worth it. I think it was there for a few months, so my wife and I definitely had to make the trip up for that.
Yeah, yeah, I had seen that. I have not seen the play, but I was curious why. Do you know any? Was there ever any talk like to make that a movie? Do you know?
I don't know. I think they should. Like it's a good story.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because it's been like it was on Broadway or in the West End in London for so long, and now it's traveling. So maybe they'll wait
Okay.
till kind of all that stuff is over. But it's kind of like you could say the same like with Wicked. Like it
Yeah.
was
True.
a show for so long, and it's taken this long to make a movie. So I could see it
Okay.
eventually.
Now, what are you interested in the upcoming Harry Potter TV show?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay.
all the casting, like just seeing all the new kids who are gonna play those characters
It's
for a long
interesting.
time. They're doing a good
Yeah.
job casting them too.
Yeah. I'm excited to see it. As with anything new, it's going to be very hard to completely be open to the
Mhm.
changes because it's not what we're used to for all those years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it's content, so it's stuff we get to enjoy. Because other than that, like, there's really not much else going on in the Harry
Mhm.
Potter world right now. So, and if you don't live in Florida, where they have all the wonderful theme parks, or California,
Yeah.
or over in the where is that studio? That's in the UK, right? Where they film everything?
Oh, I don't know. Like,
I
do they
can't
have
remember.
like a theme
Yeah,
park
no, it's not a theme park. It's I want to say
or
it's
like
like
a
some
studio?
studio. Yeah, because I guess they have events there, like for Christmas and all that, and they're supposed to be like pretty
Oh,
magical.
that would be cool.
So there you
Yeah.
go, rabbit hole for you to look into when we're done.
Yeah.
Did you watch that? Did you watch the Harry Potter, the hall or the not holiday, the Bake Off thing they had on Food Network with the
Oh,
Weasley
no.
twins? Oh, that
No.
was good. That was pretty good.
I
Yeah,
watched they did like a reunion or something, right? On
they did.
HBO
Yeah, yeah,
3
but
years ago.
wasn't Radcliffe wasn't there, was he?
Maybe not.
I
Yeah.
can't remember. It's always like when they have these big stars, it seems like there's always one
Yeah.
that doesn't want to come and or can't come or whatever. And I'm just like, come on, man. Like you had to have
Mhm.
had this plan like so far ahead. Like, don't you want to have everybody there and just
Yeah.
reminisce? Or I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's probably just coordination nightmare trying to get all those
Oh,
people together again.
I bet. I mean, the funny thing is though, like when you think about like when you watch all the old movies, at the time of watching them, like all those people seem like so famous and they are
Mhm.
in their own right. But you know, as they get older, if they like veered off in other paths, like some of them probably aren't even in acting anymore. So
Yeah.
yeah, trying to get all that logistics and all that, I'm sure is a nightmare. So I can barely manage my child. So you
Right.
know,
Exactly.
leave that to the professionals. All right. So, any siblings?
Yeah, I have an older brother. He's
Okay.
like 4 years older than me. He's still in the Chicago area.
Okay. So you get to see him often.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Yeah.
nice. So, I'm an only child. So, give me some insight. What was it like having an older brother?
No, it was good. I think at the time, like that we grew up, it was good to have like an older brother just because like technology being what it was and advancing so
Mhm.
crazy in the 90s, like to have an older brother who would like find things first and then like
Yeah.
teach you how to like because my parents were learning the internet and how to do that stuff at the same time. So having like an older brother at that time was nice because he would test all that stuff out and figure things out and then be like, "Here, I got all these cool new computer games," and then we could
Okay.
play that.
Yeah. Rather than trusting mom and dad. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's probably, yeah.
because
Better
they
let the
don't.
kids do it. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So did you guys, like, what was the dynamic between you guys? You guys get along pretty well most of the
Yeah,
time?
yeah, pretty well. He was a big baseball fan.
Okay.
So he became a White Sox fan because obviously in Chicago we have the Cubs and the White Sox.
Yep.
And he like latched onto that, and then I would go to like tons of games with him, and so he made me a huge White Sox fan because those are
Okay.
just like memories of going to all those games together. Like, and I think they had like a student discount
Okay.
night like over the summers where we could go for like $5 a
Oh, wow.
ticket,
Yeah.
and there's usually no one in the stadium, so you could just move to good
Yeah.
seats and stuff. So,
That's
but
that's I would say that's a nice thing to go to the stadiums. Even just the feeling of being there is
mhm.
nice. Just a nice little experience. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Yeah, yeah, and then it's when the White Sox were good too in the early 2000s, and they won the World Series in 2005. So, yeah, we went to probably 30 games that
Oh,
year,
wow. Okay.
and one of the playoff games. So
Nice. Yeah.
that was fun. And then he
That's
went
nice.
then he went off to college, and then I was more on my own, and that was
Left
weird.
you in the dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because so he would have been you would have been a what, a freshman when he was a senior?
No, he
Or
was 4 grades above me.
oh,
So
that's
yeah,
right.
when
Okay.
when I went
Okay.
to high school, he left. So yeah, we weren't
Yeah.
we weren't in the same school at the same time.
Yeah, that's a bummer because that's always nice to have, like, the senior brother, you know,
Yeah.
and can be like, "Yeah, that's my brother, yes, sir. Get out of my hands."
Yeah, right. Just yeah, know someone older.
Yeah, yeah.
That would have been nice.
So what's the dynamic like between you guys now? Is it pretty much, the same as it always has been?
Yeah, yeah, we just because we live a few hours apart, we don't see each other as much, but
Mm,
he's got 2 kids, I've got 2 kids, are
okay.
somewhat close in age, so they're pretty close when we all get together.
That's
And
good.
so and then just being like, we're our only siblings and so the kids, that's their only cousins on this side of the
Oh, yeah.
family, so
Okay.
they're all pretty close.
Yeah, well, that's good. Now, so growing up, as far as, and let's just pretend there's no Lego right now. I know, taboo to say. Um, what were some of your hobbies and interests that you had?
Yeah, I was mainly into sports, like
Okay.
baseball was kind of my thing. And then I've always been into superheroes, so like movies and the a lot of the superhero shows that we had in the 90s and 2000s, and like all the movies coming out. Like
Yep.
my best friend in high school, we were pretty much went to the movies every weekend,
Nice.
whatever the new big action movie or whatever was. And so yeah, I feel like I was pretty simple. I didn't branch out into a whole lot of stuff. I played tennis in high school.
Okay.
Um, but yeah.
So where, if you think back, where did the love for superheroes come from? Was there like a defining moment?
I mean, I don't know for sure which one, but so you had like Batman the animated series and Superman the
Oh,
animated
so good.
series,
Yep.
and then the Justice League cartoons. I don't know if you
I
remember
do. Yep.
those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was one of those or all of
Okay.
them
Yeah.
combined. Just
Yeah. Yeah.
like those were my favorite.
Yeah.
And
They don't.
then the Spider-Man Tobey
Oh
Maguire
yeah.
movies in
Yep.
like 2001, 3 and 5 or whatever it was.
Yeah, they don't make, in my opinion, they don't make TV shows like they used
No.
to. I mean, I've seen some of my, and Bryce, he doesn't really watch like any TV shows. He's just never gotten into any of them. And I'm not, I can see why. I mean, there's some I could be like, yeah, okay, it's not bad, but like you think back, like all the TV shows we had, I mean, just like world of difference, you know? I
Mhm.
mean, but yeah, the superhero. Now, would you do you think you're more of a DC or more of a
Yeah.
Marvel? More of a DC. Okay.
Yeah, just I think because of those shows, like,
Yeah.
the Justice League show was probably the coolest one because they would, like, almost introduce a new character
Mhm.
every episode, and you just got to learn, like, without you could obviously have read the comics too at the time, but that's just so overwhelming, so to have, like, a
Oh, yeah.
show who would, like, introduce a character and they would talk about him, and then from there, you could be like, "I like this character, let me look up comics about him," and you can read
Yep.
more about him or her.
Did you
So
get in the comics?
yeah, a little bit, like, just very casually,
Okay.
like, yeah, I don't know. I still have some, quite a few of them,
Yeah.
and when I was in Atlanta, actually, that was kind of my hobby. Like, after
Okay.
work, I would usually stop and get some of them
Yeah. 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 My
before Lego.
yeah, well, you have to have a hobby and then,
Right.
carry it on into something else. My dad was a big comic collector, and so he still has a bunch of his, and he's got like the number one issues and
Oh,
the
cool.
variant and it's so funny because no matter what hobby you get into, you have the same terminologies. You have the variants and the misprints and the this and the that, and
The
it's just
exclusives.
exactly, yeah, and it's funny that like all hobbies in reality, they're just the same disguised as something else. So
Yeah, that's
they,
funny.
and they all like a comic. I don't even remember what was a comic book, a couple bucks, and then years later they're worth thousands. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like what we're in now. Buy a Lego set of retail, and then years later it's worth thousands or whatever. So it's just, yeah, that's always been my take. Hobbies, they're all one and the same. They just look different on paper. So,
Yeah.
and so then obviously, so the superheroes have translated over into the adult years, not so much the comic books. Um, but you get a lot of movie content now.
Mhm.
Uh, what is your opinion on the current state of the Marvel DC battle as far as the movies? Going back to, oh gosh, whenever we kicked off with Iron Man, and I guess, geez, what would have been the Batman? Christian Bale's, I guess, but I mean, he really wasn't.
Yeah, that was a little bit, or at least the first one was
Yeah,
before Iron Man, the first Christian Bale Batman.
but
But
never really part of a
any
universe, I
yeah,
guess, per
no,
se, which
very
is unfortunate.
yeah, I think because that was directed by Christopher Nolan, right? And he's very artistic about it, and he wanted to keep it its own story and not like, branch off into other creators taking it over and stuff. But yeah.
I don't know. I would have liked to see. I mean, they left the tease at the end.
Yeah.
Nothing came from that, which was unfortunate. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Marvel, I think, in my opinion, Marvel really set the tone. DC had the pieces, but they dropped the ball.
Yep. Yeah, they didn't try to do their own thing. They tried to match what Marvel was doing, and it was too little, too late. And I mean, I don't know how much you know the story about the Justice League movie. The Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill one.
Are we talking about like the with what's his name? The director?
Yeah, Joss Whedon came in at the end, and they just like completely redid the movie to make it more like an Avengers movie.
Yeah.
When in reality, they had already done it a different way. And so it just clearly didn't work out, angered all the actors that played in the characters, and just downhill from there.
Yeah, who's the Snyder.
Zack Snyder.
The Snyderverse. Yeah. See, I enjoyed the Cavill Superman. Like I really like that. I also and I'm probably going to get, laughed at for this one. I actually like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern. I mean, I don't know.
I liked it when it came out. I don't know if I've watched it since.
Yeah,
it's probably worth a rewatch.
Yeah, it has been a while, but I don't remember saying I didn't like it. Whereas, like, I've walked into some of these Marvel movies recently, DC, and I've been like, I don't really know. But yeah, I mean, I know Ryan Reynolds, made fun of himself.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's so unfortunate because I was always more of a DC guy. But then all the movies came out, and I remember at first I was like, you know what, I'm not going to watch these because I want DC. And then it's like, well, nothing's coming out from that aspect. So then I had no choice. And then, obviously I really enjoyed them. But yeah, DC, I feel like they just, like you said, they tried to be too much of what they weren't, and they tried to copy Marvel, and then they just got too scattered, and it didn't work well.
Yeah, people forget though, like some of those movies were great. Like the first Wonder Woman movie was awesome.
Yeah.
That was by far the best like iteration of Wonder Woman, having her own show, movie, whatever you want to call it. Like that was good.
Yeah, and I think, even looking bigger picture too, the lack of success from those movies hurt other markets too, because we have not had a lot of DC from Lego side, other than Batman, which I get it. I mean, I guess you can say he's the face of DC, kinda. I mean, him and Superman, I thought would be pretty much hand in hand. But I mean, well, we did get a mech. I mean, that mech was top notch.
Yeah, I'll take it. I was just excited to see a Superman set this year.
Yeah,
he's right here.
See, look, right now. So just explain something to me though, because I'm really curious. Why does Superman need a mech?
Because Lex has his little kryptonite gun, and looks like his armor is made of kryptonite or something. So yeah, he needs it to fight.
All right. Okay. See, I didn't look at it from that aspect. So, okay. All right, well, I'm glad you had an answer ready for me. I did not ask you to prepare that.
Yeah, easy, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, what do you have any hopes for movies moving forward? Like, I know we have some big ones in the Avengers realm. What are you hoping to see as far as the DC side?
Yeah, I mean they've announced so many of them from DC already. Like Supergirl's coming out, I think next year, and then they have a Batman one titled. It's like Brave and the Bold, and I think it's going to be about Batman and like his son version of Robin.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be
we're getting another Batman.
Yeah, obviously.
Probably not Pattinson.
Oh yeah,
not
and then
Pattinson either. We're getting him too. So yeah, that's the thing. I think that's another thing too. Is like when you with the Marvel, like you're so used to the same characters, and you can like get to relate to them and like familiar with them.
Yeah.
But DC, it's just like turn over and turn over and turn over and turn over. So makes
Yeah,
it kind of hard to do that.
the Superman movie, that I think that's why it was so promising, because they had Green Lantern, but it's one of the more
Mm.
obscure ones. They had Hawkgirl, they had Mr. Terrific, like characters that the common fan probably doesn't know about.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I knew of them, but not really enough to know their personality and stuff. And like they were just so fun to watch in that movie, and they kind of made them
Now,
breakout stars.
yeah. So is Superman, would you say Superman is more of a favorite over Batman or equal
Yeah.
playing field?
Yeah.
Okay.
Superman.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Any
So
reason
I
why?
I don't know if it's just the way I was raised, like,
Mm.
Rule follower, just like by the book type person, and
Yeah.
just related more with, I don't know, that like now looking back on it, I like to say like Superman's just like the whole symbol of hope thing. Like
Yeah.
he's the most powerful being. He could take over Earth, no problem, like with little effort, but he sees the faith in humanity to be good, and he's just kind of there to help type of thing.
It's what we need more of.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm thinking here. You shave. You got the Clark Kent glasses going on here. So see,
Yeah.
Halloween costume for you there. So
I've done it before. I did the
Okay.
wore the button up with the shirt open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, geez, we have our resident DC Marvel guy here live on screen, and then we just so happen to have the resident Harry Potter, another one of your realms here, just show up in the comments. So I tell you,
Frank.
yeah, the one and only. Well, so he says you're the one and only Crypto, and so he's the one and only Frank. So there you go. But all right, so you do, if I'm not mistaken, or you already said you have 2 kids. And so how are they? Well, let me backtrack. Boys, girls?
Both a boy and a girl.
Okay. All right.
9-year-old daughter and 5-year-old son.
Okay, so what is that like, having the girl as the older?
She's more like me personality wise. She's I don't want to say the word controlling, but just knows what she wants.
Okay.
And is usually the plan, like always planning things. Like she's like, what are we doing today? Like hour by hour, I need to know, and then I will remind you when it's time to switch to the next thing. And then my son is more like my wife. They're more laid back, easygoing, go with the flow.
Okay. All right. That's really interesting how the boy-girl dynamic.
Yeah, it flipped too.
Yeah. Huh, interesting. Okay. So now what, so you said your son is in the soccer. So is that something he's been doing, or is that newer this year?
He's been doing it a couple years. He enjoys it, but he's 5. They enjoy whatever you put him in.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Most of the time. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and if they don't, then you pull them out. But
yeah. So what's your daughter into?
Ballet is her thing.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, well,
so that's ramping up and getting more.
Okay.
It's not like competitive. It's just they do like recitals and stuff, and but it's as she gets older, it's just longer per day, and then they go multiple times a day now. Okay. So and then they're both in tennis as well.
Okay. All right. So pretty active kiddos. So does that leave any time for Lego in their lives? I mean, taking after dad, or?
Yeah, they're into sets. My son's into, he'll take anything. You buy him any Lego set, he'll be happy about it.
Yeah.
My daughter's getting a little pickier. She is starting to read the Harry Potter books now.
Oh, nice.
And so she's she wants the sets that, like, so, within the last year, all the sets that have come out that are about the first movie, she's wanted those because now she's read the first book, and she's on the second book now.
Okay. All right.
So she's kind of taken over that for me a little bit. So I'm not getting a lot of the smaller sets that I used to, because she's going to want them.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then what about your wife? Did you hook her into any building, or is she just letting you guys be kids?
Yeah, no, the botanicals got her, I
Okay.
think, was the first one, and now it's actually the art sets she really
Oh yeah.
likes.
I mean, hey, you can decorate the house with that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like a win-win for you because you can say, "Hey, honey, I found a new decoration," and
Yep.
but just don't
Yeah,
lose with that.
they just went and saw Wicked, the
Okay.
actual musical, a couple weeks ago, and then I showed her that new art
Yeah.
piece that came
Yep.
out, and she wants that.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, now see, and this is what's good too, because as a husband and a male, sometimes we can tend to forget certain holidays or celebrations, and so when you have a wife or a significant other that enjoys the same hobby as you, it kind of makes it a little bit easier not to forget because we more than likely want the same things.
Yeah.
So, much
Very
much
true.
easier, much
Yeah.
easier. All right, so since we're chatting about Lego, let's get into it. So obviously, the biggest, most important question I always like to ask: did you have Lego as a kid?
Yeah. I had the first sets I remember. I mentioned it, I think, on your guys' Pirates talk
Yep,
on Tuesday.
yep,
It was what was it called? Forbidden Island or
yeah, oh
something
yeah,
like
yep,
that. I didn't know like I had that set until like recently. I like remembered some of the pieces, but it was always in shambles and stuff as a kid. Like it was rarely put together. And then I saw that set and I saw the pieces like the rope bridge and the little
okay,
tower and the jail cell and the pirate flag and the monkey. And I'm like, oh yeah, I played with that
yep,
all the time.
yep,
I think I just would build the jails over and over again and
okay,
put the pirates in there and have like the monkey break them out or
yeah,
something.
yeah. Hey, that's what you're supposed to do. Use your imagination.
Right.
That's the point of it. So did you have, from what you can recall, would you say did you have more of just the sets, or did you have like bulk brick and then you'd be building your own things?
No, more sets, because then I remember I definitely had a few of the first few Star
Okay.
Wars sets. I had the X-wing, the like snow speeder, and the little land speeder.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And
All right.
so yeah, I remember playing with those and just smashing them, crashing them, and then rebuilding them again. I could probably build the X-wing by memory
Oh, really? Yeah.
by the amount of times I crashed it and then would rebuild it.
Uh, did you ever take your sets and mix them and like, mix them in with the other sets, or were you pretty detail oriented that this goes with this and that's that?
Yeah, I think I was detail
I
oriented.
could
Like
see that. Yes.
at the very least, the Star Wars sets you play with them with the Star Wars sets, and
Yeah.
then the pirate sets it's its own thing. So that's how that's carried over through life.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, and that's the best part of it is nothing's wrong. Like
Yeah,
it's fun to mix things together too to see what sort of mashups you can come up with. But in the same breath, I'm like you. I want my stuff to stay where it's supposed to stay. And if I'm lucky enough to maybe have a second of something, well, then that can get mixed up or messed up. That's fine. But if
yeah,
you only have one, it's
yeah,
got to stay
yeah.
together. So
For my one of my mocks at Brick World, I had to scavenge pieces to put something together, and like as soon as I got home, I put those pieces back
yeah.
with the set that they had to go with.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, I tell you, it's hard. It's a struggle when you see, you're looking around the room and then that piece pops up on a set and you're just like, I could take that. But then you have to write it down and make sure you remember, right, this comes from
Yeah,
here and take the pictures, make sure you put it in the right place. So
yeah. I think I put
yeah.
like a sticky note on there just to remember that's where those went back.
Well, so if I ever see any pictures of your room and there's sticky notes everywhere, that's because you had to borrow a bunch of pieces. So
Yeah.
that's fair. All right. So, was your with the 4-year gap with you and your brother? Was that something you guys would do together?
No, I don't remember ever doing Lego together.
Okay.
But
All right.
I think that pirate set might have been his.
Okay.
That would make the most sense based because it came out like the year I was born.
Okay.
So I don't know why I would have had it as a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
baby.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, unless somebody was trying to tell you something at an early age.
Yeah.
So the Lego years, what would you say your early Lego years were before we, obviously go into the dark ages?
So like when I had the Star Wars sets so I had the Star Wars sets and then I also have Bionicle figures. And so I
Okay.
think that was like early 2000s.
Okay.
And so probably by like 2002 or 3 I wasn't into it anymore.
Yep. Okay. And then what would you say, what was your shining moment? What was the set? What was the reason you got back into it?
So I don't have like one big experience. I know a lot of people say they'll get like one set and then they just go all in.
Yep.
It was like a 5 or 6 year period of like,
Okay.
so when the Man of Steel movie came out, that was, when would that have
Oh
been?
gosh, yeah, I'm trying to think.
Like 2012, 13,
Sounds
maybe
about somewhere,
13.
yeah. Yep.
And so I'm an engineer, and at the time I was working on cell towers. So I
Oh,
would
okay.
like do structural design for that.
Yeah.
And a Man of Steel set came out, and it's like Superman and Zod fighting, and it has a little tower in it. And so, like, huge Superman fan. I was doing that. So my wife got that for me
Okay.
for, I don't know, random gift, just something to add on.
What a winner, I tell
Yeah.
you.
And then, right. And so I had that. I had that at my desk at work, and that's how the guy I worked with was like, "Oh, you like superhero Lego?" So,
Okay. Yeah.
so I had that, and then, got like a random Guardians of the Galaxy set a few years later. I think same situation. She just got that for me, and then like whenever they rebooted Harry Potter, I think it was 2017.
Yep.
My wife got me a few of those, and that was kind of the first one because those came to where they were like castle pieces that you could connect. So if you had more sets, you can make a bigger display. And so I think that's kind of what got me, like the sets that went together and then getting more and more. And then so that I was doing that for like a couple years just by myself. Like I hadn't discovered Lego Instagram or YouTube or anything like that. So I was just enjoying it for myself, keeping it to myself kind of thing. And then my sister-in-law sent me, I think it was a TikTok of somebody's Lego room tour. And I was like, oh my God.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah. And I went down that, started watching and following more people.
Okay.
And then it was just like, then it started to speed up, but still it wasn't like, okay, I'm buying $300 sets tomorrow. It was, it took a while, and then found more and more people. And then it was all in at that point.
So what I'm hearing you say, and I don't want to put the blame on anybody, but basically what you just said was your wife technically put the hobby into your lap because she bought these sets for you.
Mm-hmm.
So she put you down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, pretty much. It wasn't my fault.
Yeah. I'm just trying to help you find a story to say it wasn't your fault. So
right
there you go. That's the story. That's really nice though that she was able to see these things that related to things that you were enjoying and get you those, because it's definitely a nice feeling when you feel like somebody's paying attention to you. So
yeah.
All right. So then, as far as what you're doing now, so we'll get into the brick world stuff with your mocks and that shortly. But so as far as what you do now, as far as collecting, do you have? I know the superheroes and Harry Potter, but what would you say you like to collect the most? Like, what's your favorite line?
Now it's superheroes, and specifically like minifigure scale, like superhero sets with the good figures in it. Like I tried to like convince myself for a while that like it's not the minifigures that sell it for me. I like the Lego and I
Mhm.
like the builds, but at the end of the day, like a set with good minifigures is gonna convince me, and that's the one I'm gonna want. And yeah, I've just embraced it. Like I want to collect minifigures. I want to have all the cool,
Okay.
unique ones that come out, and like that's why superheroes is so good because they have so many to pick from, and they have
Oh
so
yeah.
many different variants they can do,
Yeah.
and they can level of detail like depending on how expensive the set is, you can get some really good ones.
See, that's a topic that we're going to be having at some point on the podcast about the minifigs thing, and you're going to be somebody I'm going to keep in mind here because
Okay.
that's a very interesting that you brought it up. So it's kind of like you're reading my mind here. So you are in that group that you would say that the minifigures do make the sets, regardless of the build, correct? That's your feeling is regardless of what, like it could be the smallest build or it could be the biggest build, but if it has good minifigures, that's what makes it.
On majority, yeah.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I'm not gonna buy like I mean the Death Star is a good example.
Mhm.
Maybe not perfect, but say that was a superhero set, like just some giant like I don't know, they've already done the Avengers Tower. So maybe say the Avengers Tower. Like if the tower itself looked terrible and everyone
Mhm.
hated it, but it had all those good minifigures in it, it would have to depend. But we got the best of both worlds. The tower's great
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
itself, and the minifigures are great.
Yeah. Because the way I look at it, and let's just use the Avengers Tower for example. I think trying to remember like Vision. I know Vision's
Yeah.
a nice figure. Having trouble seeing. I don't have my glasses on tonight.
It has the wasp, the cool wasp.
Yeah.
figure.
Okay. Yep. If you really think about it from that perspective, though, like trying to justify things. So, I mean, what do those figures go for? I mean, they can't. Do you know off the top of your head, are any of them over like $50?
I don't know about 50. Vision would be the only one that
Okay.
might be around there.
Yeah. Okay. So even if Vision's 50, could we not just buy the figure if the build was bad? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like the Death Star, like I can't remember off the top of my head which ones are the exclusives, but I don't think any of those figures are going to be more than $50. Maybe let's just say $100. So can you justify 10 timesing that
Yeah.
to get something you don't want? I mean, I see that's the thing. Like when you're using these two as examples, like the Avengers Tower, yeah, there was a smaller version, but that's a whole new like concept. Like the Avengers Tower was new. Like there's nothing else like it. This Death Star to me was like a bunch of dioramas
Yeah.
just put in there. And again, the figures I don't think justify the price.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, it has what, like 38 minifigures? Is that
I
something
think
like
it's
that?
yeah. I think I saw there some or it was posted that I think that's a set with the most minifigures now. At
Yeah.
least that leads the list. So
But like
um
Avengers Tower, I think has 30,
yeah.
and it's half the price, and they're all really good. So
Yeah, what is Avengers? Is that 450 or is it 500?
500.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
posted a story today that was like one Death Star equals 2 Avengers
Oh,
Towers, and
yeah, that's right.
I
Yep.
don't
Okay.
see it.
Yep. I
I
did see.
don't see
Yeah.
it like that.
Well, I mean, so I'm even looking at like, so I just did. I'm using the CMFs as a. I
Mm.
always use the CMFs as the price point, $5 a pop. So, and I know that it's not completely accurate. Just bear with me here. So, even if you have 38 minifigures, $5 a pop, you're looking at 190. So, the rest of that, just say $700 or $800, is the pieces. Now, I know that's a big set, but I would assume most of those pieces are small.
Oh yeah.
And as we saw today, unfortunately, the back is just that's one of those things. If you have that set displayed in your bedroom and you wake up in the middle of the night and you see the back of that, oh man.
Yeah, you have to put that up against the wall. They've given you no choice.
Well, I did notice that in some of the pictures, it is just smack dab against
Yeah.
the walls.
I hope there's no like huge Star Wars fans who have like a table in the center of their room that they're like, this is where that new Death Star's going. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
And now they can't put
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah, I mean, so at the end of the day, and I'm the first one to admit it, I'm a Lego fanboy. So like,
Same.
I'm not going to go anywhere else. It's just who I am, and anybody can do whatever they want. But at the end of the day, I'm a fanboy. But just because I'm a fanboy doesn't mean, or we're fanboys, doesn't mean we have to support everything that's done, because you do have to look at things from the other side of the spectrum. When we're working 40 hours a week or more to make money to survive, and then something comes out at that price point, like, can we really justify spending that? Like, it's a luxury item. So random comment from Austin here. I just got to read the Darth Slice. Darth Slice sounds delicious. Ron, the Death Slice.
Death Slice. Yeah. Did you see everyone was frustrated today that it can be called the Death Star, can literally have the word death in it, but like the Black Pearl was renamed to Captain Jack Sparrow's, and what was the other one?
The Jango Fett's.
Yeah, Slave One. Can't call it that.
Yeah. I'm just curious. Yeah, I mean, because that was something else with the Captain Jack Sparrow ship, and I did see Lego actually commented on that and said it was something between them and Disney, which I'm assuming, since Star Wars is Disney, that's also the discussions. But I don't know. It's just like, that's just so. If there's a new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, are we going to call it Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship?
I don't know. Probably not.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, why do we have to use it in this situation? But if there is another movie that has the Black Pearl in it, we're not going to call it Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. It's going to be the Black Pearl. So,
yeah, I mean, there could be a lot that goes into it that we don't know.
Like, for sure. Yeah.
Whatever, someone else could have the naming rights to that for toys right now, and they just couldn't name it that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was a big thing too with the Pokemon announcement. When that all came out, because Mega had it, and they were doing whatever they were doing with it, and so. And then you have like the Bricker builds with like the Lightning Mouse and all those fun names, and it's just, we don't know any of that. Like, unless you work for them, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes with all that stuff. But that's a conversation for another day.
Right.
All right. So as far as your childhood Lego that you had, were you one of those lucky individuals where your parents wrapped it up nicely in a bag and 20 years later said, Kevin, I got a surprise for you. Here's your Lego?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, I don't have the pirate sets. Don't have the Star Wars sets. I do have the Bionicle figures still.
Do you have any handy?
Yeah, I pulled them out. So
nice. Okay.
These, I'm pretty sure one of these had to be the first ones I had.
Okay.
Like 2000.
Yep.
And then I had these two.
Oh, I haven't seen those two before. I've seen the red and greens. I've never seen these two. Okay.
And then I was at a garage sale here in town sometime over the summer, 2 months ago, say, and I found a house that the guy had probably 50 Bionicle sets all bagged up.
Okay.
And everything. And I found the last two, like, from the initial wave.
Oh, nice.
They were missing some pieces that I had to bricklink, but it was like just a couple of them. So so now I have like the full line of those, but some point I'll probably like make a cool display for them. But right now my son plays with them. They're action figures. So
yeah, that's true. All right. So what was there something about the Bionicles that got you interested? Was it because they look like superhero action figures, or was there any other reason?
Yeah, I think it was because like after the Star Wars sets, I start like as a kid, I was more into action figures, like GI Joes, all that
Yeah.
stuff. And so I think that's why. Like I remember being in the store and seeing like the canister that those came in. I wish I
Okay.
still had those. That would be
Yeah, that'd
cool.
be cool. Yep.
That's probably like the coolest packaging because it
Yeah.
was like a twist off canister and you can just
Yep.
put them back in there when you were done.
Yep.
So yeah, that was more what I was into. So I, left the Lego system stuff behind.
Yeah.
But like the amazing thing is like I definitely played with these and I think only one piece was broken.
Okay.
It was like this blue guy, has these hooks and like the pin
Oh
was
yeah.
broken
Okay.
off.
Yep.
But when I ordered those pieces, I ordered another one of
Nice.
those. So now I
Okay.
have the fixed one.
Yeah, I had to take some of those Bionicles apart, and I'm fully on board with that. They are some of the strongest
Yeah.
Lego pieces. I mean, you talk about Technic. I think Bionicle would give Technic a run for its money on durability. I think Lego Masters needs to get a Bionicle pit so that people
That
can
would be
use.
cool.
Is that a line you think we'll ever see again, reincarnated, or is that pretty much off the wayside?
I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is. I know there's some, YouTubers who are big Bionicle guys. I don't know the lore or anything. I didn't watch any of the shows or movies or whatever they had, but it's cool and they did such a good job. I don't know if it's like that would be too expensive to do now.
Well, yeah, I mean,
because that's when Lego was in trouble when those came out.
Yeah,
but it saved them. So
yeah, I mean, think about that. I mean, I can't remember the numbers, but I just saw that the recent earnings report came out and how much money. I mean, think about where they were, and then they had these few saviors of lines, and now we're here with $1,000 sets. I mean, it's crazy how like one thing can really, and that's what, that's an interesting thing too, though. Like for something that did make such a difference, wouldn't you want to have like an anniversary, like remembrance of, hey, this is what saved us. Like, let's do a special, edition set or something like that.
Yeah, they did that. They did a gift with purchase, but it wasn't even like Bionicle. It was a brick built, like one of the red ones.
That was last year or 2 years ago, right?
Probably 2 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, I do remember that. Yep, that's right. I forgot about that.
But that's all they did.
Okay, yeah, interesting.
So I don't know. I think they're probably just not set up to do those kind of parts anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the machines work, but yeah, that's like a whole different set of manufacturing, I would assume. So
yeah.
All right. So we know your favorite lines or more interesting lines of sets that you enjoy to work with. Anything you like to stay away from?
Like Star Wars has to be really unique and just really something I want if I'm going to get it. So I have the Ghost ship because Rebels is like one of my favorite Star Wars shows. And then I have like the Mandalorian Starfighter, N1 Starfighter, not the Razor Crest, his like smaller ship that he gets in. The Book of Boba Fett.
Haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. So just because like the Mandalorian's kind of what got me back into watching Star Wars. I think probably for a lot of us, because like the Disney, like what do we call them, the last 3 movies weren't the best, and then sequels, I guess, because you got the original trilogy, prequels, and sequels.
Yeah.
But the Mandalorian is awesome, and I think even like a non-Star Wars fan would enjoy that show.
I know. I need to get on those. That and Andor, I keep being told I need to watch. Yeah. So you're one of the unique individuals that enjoys Star Wars, but is not really into the Star Wars sets. So you definitely separate yourself.
Yeah. I mean, my wife also told me I can't get into it because they make so many.
Oh, how the tides have turned. So we enable you with sets to start, but now we can. Okay.
Yeah. She never bought me a Star Wars set though, because she's never seen Star Wars and she refuses to watch it.
Sounds like somebody. I know. I would say somebody we know in the chat. She at least has acknowledge Star Wars. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I don't know, really. When you really think of like movies and the plot lines, like they all tend to kind of like flow into similar things. Like they all have the
Yeah.
same. It's just like, can you get really interested in? It's just like the difference in the timeline. Like the originals are so far back now, and then what was that, early 2000s when 1 through 3 came out, I think, or 90, late 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah, 99, I think, is
Yeah.
episode 1.
Yeah, and then the sequels, which I'm one of the few because I'm a Palpatine fan, so I actually liked the last one.
You liked when somehow he
Yeah.
returned.
Yeah, I mean, it's to ask, and they're so long too, and like, Ron, just
Yeah.
about Lord of the Rings, like, obviously a bunch of
Wow.
people love Lord of the Rings, but the movies, they're so long. Sorry, the Star Wars and the Lord of the Rings, both the same. Like they are very long movies, so you do have to set a lot of time aside to be able to get through them. And between life and Lego and all that other stuff, it's hard to do it. So
Yeah, I think my wife she liked Lord of the Rings
okay,
when all those came out. So I don't know if it's just because Lord of the Rings had all the pretty actors that women like to watch, and
I would never think that was the reason why. Never.
that was part of it. And I've always been more into like technology and sci-fi and space. So like,
Okay.
Probably if you broke it down to the core stories, like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings are probably very similar.
That's
like what's happening.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
you were saying, it's just what package do you want to see it in? You want to see it in space? You want to see it in?
I mean, do you want to see the octopus looking guy with 8 eyeballs, or do you want to see the long blonde haired knight in shining armor? I mean, I see it. I get where they're coming from here, but that's a good idea though. You should mention to your wife about Rivendell. I mean, that's a nice build that she might enjoy. So
she would want it, but the price.
I know, but
it's definitely one of the best looking sets ever, even if you didn't care.
Yep.
Like that's one, it could come with no minifigures, and
that's true.
You'd still like it probably just as much, most people.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't really into Lord of the Rings until I did get that, and then I watched them. And even when I do look at Rivendell, I don't even see the minifigures. It goes right to the set. I mean, even Barad-dûr, kind of same thing. I mean, they're physically dominant sets. Like they catch the eye no matter where you're looking from. So
yeah, they did great work with those two sets. They're both, their presence just on a shelf, and images look good in person. They look good. Like,
yeah,
just nailed it.
Makes me wonder what happened to the third one then. So
yeah, we're not even talking about it. So
it doesn't even have a name. The third one. Oh gosh. All right. So when as I mentioned earlier, got to meet you at Brickworld. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even realize when we first started talking that you were displayed there. Then I came across the name tag. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even know that. So you do enjoy MOC building. So when did that aspect of Lego start for you?
Very recently. Like I think I was inspired by going to Brickworld for the first time, and really I went to Brickworld once as just a public, Saturday attendee with the family for a couple hours. And it's kind of overwhelming to see everything in that short of time.
Yeah.
And so I went back again with the convention pass, like just by myself, and I spent a few days there, and then you really get to see everything, and you get to talk to so many people about like, how do you even do this? Like, I have a couple bulk bins of Lego at home, but I'm not going to be ripping sets apart. Clearly, we've talked about that to build MOCs. So it's like, how do you even get the pieces to do something like this? And then that's when I learned about Studio and, like making a parts list on Bricklink and
Yep.
Lego Online to buy parts, and so getting into Studio because I have an engineering background, so I've used AutoCAD a lot,
Okay.
and
Yep.
Studio is very similar. You
Oh,
just
that's nice.
pick your pieces and you move them around and
Okay.
can do all the stuff with it. So I think everything I made for Brick World I did in Studio first.
Okay. So I was gonna say, so that's what I was gonna ask you. Do you find yourself free building and just moving things around, or heading to studio?
Studio just because like I have a lot of sorted parts, but I never have the color and
No.
the part that I want.
No.
Like, and I get so frustrated, and then I just end up like making a huge mess trying to dig to find it. And again, I don't, you could probably tell from my personality, like having just Lego all over the table, it just drives me crazy, and I have to clean it up. And so Studio, there's no mess.
Nope.
It's free. There's no part limit until you actually want to build it. And so it's fun.
Okay.
You get to really like think about it. You can build something and, think if you like it, like, is this worth ordering pieces for to
Okay.
build? Or, do I need to just restart? Or do I, after thinking about it, you don't like how this looks, you can just change it and get rid
Okay.
of all that stuff. And again, you've spent no extra money
Yeah.
to do it.
Now, I know because we were doing a while back for the one Lego Ideas where Em and Cynthia were doing a Boy Meets World build. Now, when you're in studio, though, is there like if because isn't it like an endless possibility? Like you can just do whatever color, but obviously Lego might not make certain pieces in that color. So is there some sort of, I don't say warning in place where like if you're putting things on there that don't exist, like will it tell you that right away?
Yeah, you can turn all the filters on so it
Okay.
won't even show you.
Oh, okay.
So you can like pick the color. It's kind of cool. Like if you know you want to use a certain color, you turn the filters on, and it will just show you the pieces that exist in that color.
Okay. That's nice to have. Yeah, because that would be something that would concern me is that I spend all this time building something and then
Yeah,
then I go, it's like, yeah, Lego doesn't make any of those colors.
and it shows you the average Bricklink price if you want to see
Oh,
that.
wow. Okay.
And so if you pick some piece from like a Bionicle set 30 years
Yeah.
ago, it's going to be like, this is $5 if you want
Good
to
luck.
use this. It's like, nope, find something else. And then you can use, so at this year at Brick World, I learned from all the Bricklink, presentations that
Oh.
if you use their palettes, like the ones that the Bricklink designer program people
Okay.
use, that's all like current parts. So they're either on Pab right now, or
Oh, okay.
they're making them right now, so they're cheaper.
That's nice.
So if you use one of those palettes, like you're not going to get a piece that costs like $10 on accident.
Yeah. Okay. So the one of the things you actually mentioned it here. One of the things that I've noticed, been dabbling in the mocks and displaying it, and I even noticed it like as part of the log, not displaying. Um, the difference between the public days and then the days that are just open to people that bought, like the week-long passes or whatever. It's so funny just to kind of like walk around and listen to conversations. Before the public days, it's like, well, how did you think of doing this? Or where did you come up with this technique? Or why'd you choose that color? And then the public days come in. And this is no knock on just the general public because they're just there to look and like they're there to see the end products. But the general public's like, how long did it take? How many pieces is it? How many parts does it come in? I'm just like, come on, man. Like it's the same. Like I can make a plaque with all that info and then there'd be no engagement because all that info from those questions is always, right there.
Yeah.
Did you have those kind of like from both sides of things for your builds? Did you have the non-public Lego people asking questions and then the general public with their questions as well?
Like mine weren't anything, massive or like super impressive or anything, but so I didn't get a lot of detailed questions.
Mm.
Like I would say the ones I did, all the AFOLs there for the whole week, they could figure out probably how to build some of them.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see like the public like looking at it and asking questions,
Mhm.
because to them it's like you can just do that, like you can
Yeah.
come up with something completely like out of your head. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's so funny to see how the general non-AFOL, just like the amazement for mocks. And I mean, like, it's amazing for us to see some of these mocks. So I can't even imagine, like, not even
Oh
dabbling in
yeah.
Lego and seeing, I don't know, like, just some of the bigger builds that were at Brick World or wherever. Just being like, how do
Yeah.
you do that?
Yeah, we were I think I was with you guys when we were talking to the guy at the Tower of Orthanc, and I'm just
Oh
like,
yeah.
all these pieces, and I couldn't figure this out. Like,
Yep.
how? How do you
Yeah.
get it here? How did
Yeah.
you put this together? Like, this is wild.
Yeah, it is. And then, like, some of the things that they tell you and how they take stuff, I'm just like, man, like, how much work do you have to do to put that together then? Because the way it's coming sounds like it's gonna be
Yeah.
in a million pieces. Especially the people, which this still amazes me, the ones that fly and they have to
Yeah.
put the builds in whatever suitcases or whatever. I mean, my nerves, that whole plane ride. Oh man, I couldn't handle it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's why some of them get there so early, because they just know
Oh
they're
yeah.
gonna have to rebuild it. But still, like, yeah,
Yeah.
watching Lauren build Azkaban,
Oh yeah. That
like,
was cool to see.
I was, how how
Yeah.
did you
Yeah.
do all of that just there, and then she took it apart and
Yep.
got it home? Like, I don't, those
I
people amazing.
that, I'm not gonna lie, is probably one of my favorite moments of Brickworld, is seeing Frank's face
Oh yeah.
when we showed that to him for the first time. I mean, his jaw, I thought we were gonna need a crank to crank it back up. Uh, but that's what's so cool, is like, if there's themes that people really like, and then you actually see this stuff in person. I mean, it really is incredible, the talent that people have. But for anybody who missed out, or maybe didn't know what you had to display, what did you take with you this past Brick World?
So I made the family and I were big Survivor fans,
Mhm.
so I made the Survivor logo, kind of like a 3D art piece.
Okay.
It's like,
Yep.
because it was more than a mosaic. I didn't just use like plates and tiles. I kind of detailed the water, and then I did the like oval logo with
Yep.
plates and brick and different pieces. And then I made the minifigure of the host, Jeff Probst.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And so that was kind of the big one. And then I did I bought so this is the Dark Knight Tumbler set
Yep.
that came out this year, and I recolored it to Bane's
That's
Tumbler.
awesome. I
So
didn't see that. I like that.
like that I didn't like I built it in studio in all the colors that it came in,
Okay.
and then did exactly that, like picked the colors. I'm like, does this come in tan or dark brown or dark tan, and would find what colors existed and swap them out, and then just order the pieces in the different colors.
You just had me thinking, instead of does it come in black, does it come in tan?
Yeah, I did the opposite of the Batman
Yeah.
effect. Changed it back. And
So, or no, go ahead.
And then the Superman logo that I
Yeah,
made.
that's right. Yep. Which I meant to tell you, I could have used that at DC Day.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I missed out on that, but
Yeah, so that I played around with. That was the first time in studio. You can put like an image into studio, and you can like build in front of it.
okay.
And so, it's pretty easy with, as long as you're building it in the right scale to, just use plates here to have it yellow, and then switch to red or whatever you need to do.
Okay.
And so that, like, I designed that in studio in probably like 30 minutes.
Well, geez, must be nice to be. I mean, obviously, yeah, engineering background, so you got a little bit of a heads up.
Yeah,
on
and
most,
yeah,
but
like I said, love technology, like, and just the millennial growing up with computers. Like, I spent probably way too much time on it, but
I mean,
It's helped me a lot in my career, so it was
Yeah,
all worth it.
yeah. It's a double-edged sword, especially when you try to preach to kids like get off the screens, but yet
I
we
know.
sit there, we're doing the exact same thing. So, um,
I think that's the big draw for me for Lego sets themselves. That it's
mhm,
like something that pulled me away to
yeah,
do something physical, like, physically building something, but I didn't have to think about it
yeah,
anymore. And like that just I as much as like mocking can be fun, like I have to have the right energy for it, but I could build a Lego set almost any day, anytime.
I
Someone
I agree.
handed
Yeah,
me a
yeah.
free one, I would be like, "Yes, I'm doing this right now."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, random here because talking about technology. So, what's your take on? I guess we'll use Bricklink as the example. What's your take on the lack of instructions, like the books, the paper books, where Bricklink you have to go log in, and get the
Me.
instructions.
Yeah, I wouldn't be that upset if
Okay.
they got rid of them. For my kids, I like, especially my son, just being the youngest, like, I would rather he not have to use a tablet or
Yeah.
something to build it. But I use the iPad most of the time. I don't use
Okay.
the app. I just get the PDF off
Oh yeah. Okay.
lego.com,
Yeah.
and I usually build with that.
Have you gotten any paper bags in any of your sets yet?
Yeah, it was, well, not mine, it was my son's.
Okay.
He got the Dreams set. It was like
Oh, okay.
it's a plane that looks like a video game controller.
Yeah. Okay.
That one just randomly had all
Interesting.
paper bags, but that's the only one.
I still haven't gotten any paper bags. Yeah, I see I'm still instructions like in person or in person paper instructions. Um if they're like the modulars where they have the stories
Oh,
and all that kind of stuff because I think that is one thing that misses from the online version. Maybe not the PDFs because I think those are just direct copies
yeah,
of
it's
the books.
mhm.
But the app, that's all just building. And to me, like that's an element that you really miss. And like I guess that probably adds to the price of the set too, because you have somebody like designing the pictures in the manuals and writing the stories and this
Mm.
and that. Um, so is that another element that if you take it away, will it save us money or will it just go away?
They're not gonna give us any money back. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
you can
good
dream.
point. Like how much of the instruction manual cost is the design of it and the
Yeah.
write-ups, and then how much of it is the
Yeah, I
printing of it.
mean, you can't tell me that that's a somewhat of a small portion of that price. I mean, it has to be built into the cost. So,
Yeah.
or are we just that far over cost that it's just like, yeah, we'll put some good stories in for
Yeah, I don't know. I never thought about that part of it is like if they got rid of the books, would they just go to like basic blank, just here's your steps and that's it? That
Yeah,
would be disappointing. So if
yeah.
that's the question, no, like I don't want them to get rid of that because there's so many on the like 18 plus sets. There's so much cool stuff like
Oh yeah.
the Batman skyline
Yep.
that I got. Like
Yep.
every little Easter egg, they like talked about what episode of
Exactly.
Batman the Animated Series that came from, and that was cool.
Did you somebody recommended to me to watch the episodes when you built that since they did recommend the episodes. I was like, that would have been really cool. I just didn't have the time to do it like that.
Yeah, I didn't because I think I was just building it like downstairs with the family, and they were watching something else.
Oh
Like
yeah. Yeah. Can you build and watch or build and talk at the same time or is
not really.
yeah, I
No,
hear you. Yeah.
not watch. I think I could have a conversation.
Yeah.
But even like if I try to watch something that I've seen 1,000 times, uh, I'll still get distracted by it and watch it. I think M had a good reel this week where
Oh yeah.
she was going to build and watch it, and she puts on Lord of the Rings, and
Yep.
then she's just like staring at it.
Yeah. Doesn't happen. Yeah, today. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it is funny because the intentions are there. And then you're done with the movie and you're just like, I didn't build anything. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just really like to since I'm trying to be better at mocking and doing my own stuff, I wanna pay attention sometimes to what I'm doing
Yeah.
so that when it's done, I kind of understand
Yeah.
how they built that. But it's
Best way to learn.
yeah, it's also difficult too to remember and just
Well, it's
because I
true.
wanna just be like, I'm also just enjoying this and I don't wanna think, so depends on the day and the time when I'm building it.
It is, and that is a nice point too. It is very therapeutic to just kind of like step away. Kids are in bed, just kind of step away,
Yeah.
go downstairs, open up a set. Whereas like with the mocking, yeah, you're thinking, but here with a set, you can just follow the directions and put it together, and it becomes this magical creation. So,
Yeah. And I wanted to ask, so like, what's your thought on like the hardest part about mocking for me and actually like ordering the pieces is like, mocks are expensive, even
yeah,
if you try to keep the cost down, but it's gonna be $100,
oh yeah,
$200 for even a small one.
yeah.
Like, do you struggle with that of like I could order those pieces or I could get, this new set that's coming out that's is gonna be awesome. And it's
Yeah,
like how I struggle with it. I'm just like, I'd
yeah,
rather most of the time I'd just rather have a new set
yeah. That's a
than
tough one. I mean, I've gotten lucky. So the couple mocks that I've done, Josh and I have built together. So
okay.
it's been kind of like shared expense, and I did have fairly decent not backlog, bulk
Okay.
of used brick, which we were able to use for most of like the underlying structures and whatnot. But now that Lego, and so that stuff was just sitting in bins in my basement, and I've had enough. And Lego decided to come out with this beautiful buyback program where you
Oh
get
yeah.
$4 per pound, which probably is a little low, but easy way to clean my basement. So I've taken advantage of that. And so now that has helped me have money now for some of these sets. But then Josh tells me the other day, he goes, you do realize if we build a mock, like now we have nothing. So I say, yeah, well, so I guess I don't know, but yeah, I definitely do get what you're saying, because the worst part is with mock building is the shipping. Like
Yeah.
you need one piece from this guy, one piece from this guy, 10 from this guy, and none of them all have the same pieces, and that shipping kills you. I mean, you're anywhere from $5 to $10 a pop in shipping costs alone. And when you add up the shipping, that gets you a new small set. So
Hmm.
I'm with you. I'm with you. It's fun and it's rewarding, but at the end of the day, I think I don't know. I guess just give me the set and I'll be happy. So
Yeah, you convinced me to do that take back program. So I've got some gift cards now to go towards Arkham Asylum this
telling
weekend,
you.
Monday,
Yeah.
whenever that comes out.
Oh, real quick, because I don't want to keep you the rest of the night. What do you think of 71 stickers?
I don't I don't care like mind that there's stickers. Like
But 71?
that's a lot. I
I mean,
must just like to
that's
I like torture, I guess. I'm just gonna do all 71 of them. And
uh,
I mean the Batman Skyline had pretty big sticker
yeah,
sheet and they were all small because there's a
that's
lot of
true.
small pieces. I don't know, they add so much to it.
They do. I
Like
know.
superhero sets especially. I think the the Daily Bugle one, the like front monitor of
Oh
like
yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson on there.
Yep.
Mine has like the smallest bubble in
Oh,
it, and
I
it
have a
drives
bubble
me
too.
crazy.
I have a bubble too.
And I didn't notice it at first. I thought I got it right, and then my wife's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
there's a bubble on it." I was like,
Man,
"Oh
you
no."
just keep tossing her under the bus here. It's all
No,
uh
she's the best. She's
yeah,
very
yeah.
supportive of all of this, and
She deserves a new Lego set.
yeah,
Maybe
I'll
Arkham.
yeah, maybe I don't know. She might want to build it with me. Probably not.
Uh,
The kids like building. Will build all the minifigures for sure.
oh yeah.
I'll open a
It's
bag and they'll be like, who's in
yeah,
that one? I want to build
yeah,
them."
yeah. No, to be realistic, and this is, I think this is what's hard for people to really like grasp. When you're spending all that money, you don't want to see 71 stickers. But in the same breath, if you look at those 71 stickers, can you really reuse many of them for any other set? It's just probably not possible. So you can't mass produce those sticker sheets because they're only mostly for one set. So you just can't justify printing all those pieces on Lego's part, because I'm sure that's very expensive to print all those pieces and then never use them again. So some of them, though, like going back to Gringotts, where you had the Gringotts, it looked like Gringotts TS Bank. I was like, come on, man, you couldn't have print one sticker or made it look like Gringotts on one and then Bank on the other.
Yeah, I'm super proud of mine. I don't know if you won't be able to see it, but I trimmed those two stickers down, and it looks. I think
it's spot on. Yeah.
I was very proud. So there you go. It's another little activity in your Lego set to keep us occupied, keep your brain sharp. The stickers are.
Yeah. You tell that to everybody.
I don't know. I don't get caught up in all the
I know.
I'm never gonna get mad at Lego. Even if I was a Star Wars fan right now and that Death Star came out, I'd just be like, well, there you go. I just saved $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah. Or just wait until goes on sale, because it'll go on sale eventually.
Yeah,
the gift with purchase, I don't think really is anything to write home about either. So
honestly, I think that's the worst part of the whole thing. That's bad. It looks bad. I understand it has to fit in there, but it looks bad.
Yeah, I mean, that also kind of goes hand in hand too with Hogsmeade. Like, why did the room of requirement go with Hogsmeade? I mean, wasn't there something else we could have tossed in there? Or
that's what they've been doing for a lot of years, though. Like what was that? Yeah, it's like the Harry Potter ones always either goes in like their castle system. Like mine here had a common room and the staircase.
That's right. I remember
gift with purchases.
Okay.
And so they fit into that castle, even though they came out with, whatever the big set was of that year. And so I kind of like that they do that, because and you can buy whatever Harry Potter. You don't have to buy the new big set.
That's true. Oh, that's true too. Yeah. So it's technically not a set exclusive.
Yeah.
Like the Fell Beast with Bard or something like that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I can see it from both ways. I'd rather have like the Mario Kart thing that irritated me beyond belief. Like that.
Yes, that one was bad.
Like that's directly related to Mario Kart. So put the spiny shell with Mario Kart. Don't be making me use my points, which I did. So
yeah, I almost even did. I don't have any of the Mario sets, and I was like, that's just cool though.
Yeah,
I saved.
Yeah,
I saved it.
Well, good for you. You have 2,600 more points than I do.
I used it on the rest of these Harry Potter posters, which I need to find somewhere to hang, because I'm pretty much out of space in here.
Wow, that's space. That's a problem we all face. So
yeah, but just to finish on stickers, like I think if it's going to be a large like exterior, like the first thing you see when you look at a set, that frustrates me. But like little details inside of a building or in a room or in a ship, like make those stickers.
Justifiable.
Who cares?
No, I get you. All right, so last thing I have for you here. So obviously you were at Brick World this year. Any other conventions? Did you go to anything else, or are you going anything else this year? No. Okay.
Nope, but I'll be at Brick World next year. I got my stuff this afternoon.
Are you playing again?
Probably. I have lots of ideas in my head.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
This year I want to do a big superhero one, but I won't say what it's going to be.
Okay. I won't pressure you there. So awesome. All right, Kevin, I'll let you go. I appreciate you joining tonight. Actually nice to actually get to sit down and chat with you, because we didn't have a lot of time. We chatted a little bit there, and then I know we get to chat here and there through messaging, but nice to actually get to sit down and talk with you here. So anything else you want to plug or share before we head out?
No, nothing major for me. I just wanted to, say like it was great meeting you, and I'm
Yeah.
glad I found you. I don't even know exactly how, through Instagram somehow, and then run into each other in Brick World. But
Yep.
I love what you're doing here. I've found a lot of creators to follow and things through this show.
Oh, good.
And so
That
it's
was the
like,
goal.
yeah, like I've always been very pro, just like support each other, like and
Yep.
comment on everybody's stuff, like share everybody's stuff. It costs us nothing. It's super
Yeah.
easy. Like, and you're doing nothing but maybe you're making someone's day when you share their story or their post. And it takes very little effort to do so.
Seconds. Yeah. No, I hear you. So anybody who re-listens to this, take that advice. It only takes
Yes.
seconds a day to potentially make somebody's day. So with that, everybody, if you're rewatching, re-listening, make sure you head over to Instagram. You can find Kevin at Crypto Bricks. That's KRYPTO_Bricks, BRICKS. Make sure you like his stuff, follow him, send him a message, say hi, try to pry out what he's making at Brick World next year. Let me know.
You'll know, I'm
know,
sure,
okay.
sooner
Okay.
than most.
All right, fair enough. I'll take that as a win. So, all right, Kevin, I will send you back to the green room there, and I'll head back shortly to say goodbye. So,
all right, thank you. Have a
all
good
right,
night.
the one and only Kevin. All right, there he goes. Again, make sure you head over to Instagram, check out his page and all of his content. Wonderful person, as I said. So, guy, I got to meet him at Brick World. Truly genuine person. So, make sure you show him the love. But for that's a wrap for tonight. If you enjoyed watching, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for upcoming content. Thank you for watching. And as always, if we brick together, we click together.